Hi guys, I haven't made a video for a while because I've been pretty out of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've recently gone back in and I'm looking to go to YCS Orlando, but um, the top deck Dino Rapids is really expensive, and I mean in YCS Brighton 12 out of the 16 top decks use Tour Guide to the Underworld, which is like a playset is ridiculously expensive, so I wanted to run a cheap deck because I'm busy with college and I don't want to be like so caught up in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I just was looking around and the cheapest deck I found was Chainburn. Well, the cheapest, most effective deck I found was Chainburn, and I thought it was pretty good. The object of Chainburn is not to leave many monsters out in your field for your opponent to, you know, to like use mind control on to attack at so that they can destroy it and gain some secondary effect to do anything really, or like to use Cyber Dragon or whatever. So, and then meanwhile you have a heavy back row, and you just um, chain chain a lot of cards that burn them or help you draw, so that you can get to your burn cards, and eventually you whittle down their life points. It actually plays pretty fast because of all our drawing cards we have, and it's very nice. Okay, so first off, 3 Swift Scarecrows to stop them from attacking. They're really useful because you just discard them, so you can't, so they're not affected by Macrocosmos or whatever, and like your opponent can't really negate it. Except I think Dual Click can negate it if I recall correctly. Um, Sky Star Ray is basically it continues with the concept of building up damage because it attacks your opponent directly for 600 every turn, and at the end of the battle phase you can banish it into your next standby phase. Of course you can like deprison or something it, but it's still like 600 and it can be a repeated 600 and it won't stay on the field, so your opponent can't get at it until your next turn. So that's just really nice. Also, it's important to know that it returns. It's not special summon, so they can't torrential it. They can't do something else stupid to it. Um, so morphing jar, um, yeah, it just replenishes the hand because most of the time I'll only have like 1 or 2 cards, so I plus a lot off this. Lava Golem gets rid of really annoying stuff, so it's really useful. Metaion, the Time Lord, it also gets rid of really annoying stuff, which is also useful because I can just ram it into something, and then every card on the field, or every monster card on the field, will return to the hand. And for each card returned, your opponent takes 300 damage, so it also builds damage. It gets rid of like big monsters. So overall, really useful. 2 Chain Strikes, really good card, like 400 damage for each chain link before the card. So yeah, very useful. Secret Barrel, inflicts damage to your opponent equal to the number of total cards of your opponent on the side of field or hand. So usually, even at the start of the game, this will do like 1,400, and most of the time your opponent controls at least 5 cards, unless they really suck. But yeah, most of the time they control 5 cards, so it usually does at least 1,000 damage. So yeah, really good card. 3 Just Desserts. Inflict 500 for each monster on your opponent's side of the field for a max of 2,500. It's just really good. Magical Cylinder. No need to explain that. Defensive too. Ceasefire. Basically like Just Desserts, except it counts your own monsters as well. And also, if you like suspect or Yoko or something, you can just ceasefire it and gets rid of their effect. Dimensional Wall. Um, oh, basically, it's like a second magical cylinder, except it doesn't activate during the damage step, if I recall correctly. Um, yeah, but it's just really nice. Cause I played 3 because I just bait my opponent to attack me all the time. 2 Geometrios because basically a lot of decks, some like especially with the XYZing, um, I'm able to lock their monster field because they can't get out their monsters. It's rare, but if they have two monsters and I know that they can't get out of them because like they're not attributing deck or whatever, then I can actually play an Ojama trio and kind of lock their field, which is kind of funny. But it also creates more targets for just dessert. Sadly not for Ceasefire, but still. Three Reckless Greeds because um it's just draw two. It's a chain. You can chain it. You can plus off it because the skip your next two draw phases don't stack, so really good. Legacy of Yata Garasu. Basically draw three. It's nice. Or no, well, not draw three. It's just a +0 card, except you kind of have to wait a turn, but that's fine because you can chain it for accumulated fortune. Um, which is when you've gotten a chain link of 4 or higher, you can draw 2 cards, so it's a +1, and that's really nice. So basically, accumulated fortune and reckless are our +1s, or possible +1s. Jar of Reed is a +0, just draw 1 card from your deck. One Day of Peace is a nice card where each player draws 1 card and neither player takes damage until the end of the opponent's next turn. Basically stops me from getting damage, gives me like another turn to draw a card I need. Overall really good. I only run 2 though because I want to get my kill as quickly as possible, because the longer I wait to kill, the more things they have to stop me, or like the more opportunities they have to just get something to stop me. So it's just, yeah, I'd rather get my kill sooner than later. So that's why I only run 2 One Day of Pieces and 3 Pot of Dualities, standard, and I made 1 MSC for the lulz really because I just like to see what I can hit with it. Mostly this deck just laughs at everyone else's traps and stuff, but sometimes I hit like a solemn judgment or something, and that's really nice. And you know, if for some reason someone main decks Royal Decree for some very odd reason, then it would help me. For my side deck, 2 breakers because I hate backfield, or well, no, I hate what was it? Crap. Oh yeah, Royal Decree, because it kind of just shuts down half the deck because it's 25 traps. 2 MSTs because MSTs are also Royal Decree hate. 2 Macrocosmoses because it kind of shuts down a lot of decks like Plant Synchro and stuff. Oh, and also Dark Worlds. Max C. Actually, I don't even know why I put this here. Like maybe for some of the decks that are special summoning more, but then most of them are graveyard heavy, so Maxi isn't that helpful. I might just replace it for like a 3rd Macrocosmos. 2 Lava Golems in addition to this one here, because it's just really good at getting rid of stuff. And plus, if they attack me with their Golem and I have Cylinder or Dimensional Wall, that really hurts them. Cyber Dragon because of Karakuri. Okay, Imperial Iron Wall is against Dino Rabbit. If they can't get out their rabbit, then they can't pull more of their synchro plays. I mean, they're still tour guide, but it's not as bad. Prohibition is just a really flexible side deck card. Chain Disappearance because 6 Sams is actually one of the worst matchups. So yeah, I should actually have more stuff to go against 6 Sams, but I'm not sure what to put in yet. First turn, Natria, Beast, or Barkion is really, really bad for this deck as well. Let's see. For my side deck, 2 Chimera Attack, and then just standard XYZ stuff. Some of them I haven't put in here yet, but yeah, fairly standard. This is pretty much a standard deck, except for the Sky Star Ray, who's been testing pretty well for me, and the fact that I actually run 3-dimensional walls, although I think that's common now, and that I only run 2 One Day of Pieces and 2 accumulated fortunes in favor of more burn cards, because I like to burn faster. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. It's been testing pretty well. It has a pretty good matchup against Dino Rabbit actually, because I don't really use that much monster effects. And after one time, Lagia doesn't really do anything. So um, yeah, I managed to stall out um, and just burn down Dino Rabbit usually. Um, Against the other decks, I mean, I think it's pretty good against pretty much anything. You just have to know how to play it and hope that they don't know how to play around you. Um, yeah, that's the deck. I'll actually post some videos of some duels with it. So until then, see ya.